evening. Walking isn't just good for you, it brings you joy, happiness, fantastic health, and it increases your creativity. Every child's first year, the biggest event is when it learns to walk. When 30 years ago, up until 30 years ago, every child just about in the UK walked to school. I worked out yesterday that I used to walk 10 miles a week just going to school in Whitchurch and back. Luckily, some teenagers and children still walk today. About 47% of primary age kids do walk to school some of the time, and 44% of teenagers. But under 17s are the largest group, because when they're 18 or 17, someone hands them the keys to a car and they start driving. And when that happens, sometimes that's the last regular walking any of us do, except in the supermarket and the shopping mall. And the problem with that is that we're giving up a source of being healthy and fit so easily, far too easily. And then many of the things that we do for work and leisure end up making us sit for more and more hours, lots and lots of inactivity. And all that inactivity is so detrimental to your health, but also to your happiness. Because this is the result. And I had one of these. I spent 9 years in Overeaters Anonymous trying to deal with all of that. And none of us want one because it creates depression and we get upset. The other thing that we're doing that's detrimental to our health is living in virtual worlds. Now, I love Facebook as much as the next person, but too much of this has a terrible effect, not just on our health, but also on our posture, on what happens to our internal organs, and it creates anxiety and depression. There's even something called Facebook depression now. And when we're depressed, we don't want to do things, we don't want to pull ourselves out of the inactivity that we've been drawn into. But you can change this, and you can change it very easily by getting out walking. Now, you don't have to man-haul a sledge across Antarctica, although I didn't realize there were tanning potentials in doing that. What you have to do is you get out 40 minutes 4 times a week and get yourself fit and healthy. Now, when people come walking with me, I like to give them an easy win to begin with. So we start with something easy like this. But the point of this slide is you never wear jeans when you go walking, because if you live in Wales, they get wet and it's awful. What you need to do is put one foot in front of the other and do it regularly 4 or 5 times a week, and it will reduce your risk of breast cancer, colorectal cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, stroke, all by 50%. You need the right equipment, and this isn't the right equipment. But what you do need to do is to make walking a priority in your life. If you knew how it would increase your happiness, you'd do it. Now, we do live in Cardiff, so there are 2 bits of equipment you need: flat shoes and something to keep you dry. Blue, obviously, because it rains here, despite what you might think from today's weather. Who knows where walking will take you? This is wing walking, no walking involved. But maybe it's a more natural way to be a human being than sitting. You must get yourself out and do some walking. If you get into extreme walking like this, the reason I put up this slide is because I wanted you to see that you need to move your arms, because when you do, you connect your left and right brain, and this is what calms us down and makes us happier. Your body was designed for walking. Get out there and do it. This is a picture from the Coast Path in Wales that I took a couple of weeks ago in Pembrokeshire. We all need fresh air and exercise. How do you do it? Walk to work. Take the bus. Find a walking group. Get out, create a walking group, do a sponsored walk. Whatever you do, just make sure you walk. And when you get somewhere green, get present and pay attention with all of your senses to everything that's around you, and be happy in the moment. Thank you very much.